I saw this video of Ben Shapiro. I guess he was like reacting to some people's marriage advice.
Oh yeah, him reacting to Fresh and Fit or whatever, I think. Or do you not
Yeah,
say
yeah.
their names? Yeah.
And I was watching it, and they were talking about him as well. And then at one point, I think one of them mentioned the fact that, oh, people like Ben, they out of touch because they had an arranged marriage, and I was like confused. I didn't know this was true, so I went to look up how Ben met his wife, and you know how he met her. I guess he just saw her somewhere one time and then took an interest, and so he started hanging out with her every day for like 3 months, and then they just got engaged. Now, to everyone else, I think 3 months in sounds very, very fast. But I think from a lot of people from extremely like religious and conservative backgrounds, that timeline is not the craziest one in the world. But I don't know. You know what was kind of refreshing? And like I think we've been talking a lot about people grifting and whatnot. But irrespective of how I feel about Ben personally, I thought it was kind of refreshing just seeing somebody online who kind of lives out the values that they profess in regards to faith. And I don't know. I think like one of the main things that turned me off religion when I was a younger kid was mostly seeing how hypocritical a lot of people who loudly profess their faith. And so when I see people who like traditionally live those values, there's something about that I really like admire, even if I don't agree with them politically on a lot of topics. You didn't get that feeling watching at least Ben or you know who else gave me that feeling? Let me see.
Oh, I was gonna say for Ben, yeah. I talked about this a while ago, but he did a show with Lex Friedman, about talking about his relationship. One of the criticisms I have for people that talk about trad relationships all the time is they are so incredibly fucking disgusting with how they talk about the women. And if you come from a traditional background or a conservative background and you really do traditional relationships, you never talk about the women like that. They're not these inferior dipshit beings that like just sit in the household because all they can do is like make babies and clean, right? Like the woman has like a lot of responsibility in the household, and there's a partnership with the father, and like yeah, the father might have the final say on things, but he's not like walking around like a fucking tyrant in the household. Like he's doing everything with the consultation of his wife. Of course, it's a partnership. And Ben actually goes through a lot in his Lex Friedman conversation talking about the relationship with his wife, and he sounds like he has a phenomenal relationship with his wife. He talks about how she helps him like reflect on ideas and shit, and they share a lot of like household stuff and everything, and like yeah, he's like one of the only, well, I say one of the only conservatives. I don't know how many conservatives talk about their relationships, but his relationship sounds like a very good model for like anybody trying to do like a traditional relationship where the woman is like respected and it doesn't just sound like somebody that fucking hates women,